When Prince Radhasimha crossed the Meghanadu and reached the village specified by the princess, he rolled down the thread ball. It rolled on and on. It rolled and stopped in front of a house. Rajasimha knocked on the door of that house. An old woman came and opened the door. Though her head was gray and her face was wrinkled, there was a certain dignity in it. She asked Rajasimha, "Who wants what?" Rajasimha took the family crest ring from his hand and gave it to her. The old woman looked at the ring intently and asked him how he got it. Rajasimha explained in detail that he was the husband of her niece Hilrasi, that he had come searching for bird's milk for his friend, and that he had married the princess. The old woman was very happy to hear that. She treated Rajasimha very lovingly. After giving him water to drink and food to eat, she asked him to rest for a while. She said that she would ask her magic mirror for details in the meantime. Rajasimha lay down on the bed she provided and slept well. As soon as he began to sleep, the old woman went to her room and took the magic mirror and asked it where to get bird's milk. For that, one has to go a long distance. It would take many weeks to get there, but at any time, one must travel towards the east. You must go to the other side of the Copper Mountain. It is impossible to catch that bird that gives milk. It is a very huge bird. It is very cruel. Each of its blood-red wings is very long. It will carry those who approach its location to its nest and give them to its chicks. The chicks will catch them and eat them, said the magic mirror. Hearing this, the old woman thought that Rajasimha would definitely meet a terrible end. He is going to die. She was very scared and felt pity. She had promised to help him, didn't she? She pondered what to do. The next morning, she drove a horse with 12 wings from her stable and gave it to Rajasimha. "Young man, take this horse. It will serve you well and give you protection," he said to him. "Whether you succeed in your task or not, you must leave this horse here when you go," he said. Rajasimha happily agreed to it. Rajasimha thanked her for her kindness and jumped onto the horse the old woman had given and began the journey. That horse flew like the wind, flying past hills, mountains, and forests. Finally, something like a copper wall was visible in the distance. As he got closer, the wall got higher and higher, and finally it turned into a large mountain. Rajasimha was very surprised to see the mountain. He saw its peak touching the sky. It is very rare to see such a high mountain, so he examined it very carefully. From the feet to the crown, his gaze examined very carefully. Then he saw a huge giant bird with large wings like clouds at the top. Suddenly it circled the mountain top and disappeared sideways. Rajasimha very slowly wanted to go to the top of the mountain without attracting the attention of the bird. So he grabbed the reins and made the horse run up the mountain. The horse jumped from one mountain to another and took it to the summit of that mountain. As soon as Rajasimha reached the summit, he saw that the beauty of the mountain was a sight to behold. Waterfalls, flowers, and beautiful fruit trees filled the mountain, which was a treasure trove of nature. In the nest of the enormous bird, built with wooden sticks and leaves, the chicks were crying out, their throats splitting from hunger. Although they were small chicks, each one was the size of an ox. The bird had built a separate nest for each one. Rajasimha looked around. He saw a large crevice between two rocks. He drove the horse into it and hid. After a while, the mother bird came. She went to each nest and fed the chicks. When the mother bird came to the nest near where Rajasimha was hiding, he summoned all his courage and held out his jug. Without realizing it, the bird poured a little milk into it. Immediately after securing the jug in his horse's saddle, he drove the horse, chasing it as it ran. Then a chick cried out again, and the mother bird looked around. Then she saw Rajasimha. Immediately, she came flying towards Rajasimha with great anger. But Rajasimha could not be caught, because it had only one pair of wings, but Rajasimha's horse had 6 pairs of wings, so he quickly flew away. On his way back, he crossed hills, mountains, and forests, and finally reached the old woman's house. The old woman warmly welcomed and asked him to stay and rest in her house for a while. Rajasimha ate and slept well to relieve his fatigue. Having taken leave, he, with the intention of quickly delivering the bird's milk to his friend, returned the horse given by the old woman to her, and, mounting his own horse, continued his journey. Upon reaching Vijayapuri, Rajasimha went directly to his friend's room. Seeing him, the king's face became like he had been struck by a ghost. Even so, keeping a pained face with a smile, he drank the parai milk and embraced him, thanking him. Then he asked him to rest. Seeing Rajasimha, the beautiful princess was very happy. Rajasimha explained everything in great detail. Hearing that, she was very happy and made arrangements for him to rest. But the next day, the king's servant came running urgently. As soon as she saw him, the beautiful princess became afraid. The one who ran came directly to Rajasimha and said that he had sent him to bring Rajaguru along with him. Rajasimha asked what the matter was. The worker said, "I don't know." Rajasimha immediately changed his clothes and went towards the palace. The king was surrounded by a group of chief advisors, chief ministers, and royal gurus. The palace doctor was pretending to rub something with herbs. Rajasimha asked what had happened to the king. As planned, the palace physician began to speak. "This is a terrible disease, and only if we go to a place unknown to anyone and bring something unknown to anyone, will the king's health be restored," he said. Immediately, the chief minister and the royal guru looked at Rajasimha and said, "You have to do this for your friend, you must bring it. Only one of you can do this. Therefore, they requested that you immediately set out and bring what has no form or place." "Where should I go and what should I bring?" asked Rajasimha. "We also do not know what to do. We also do not understand. All we know is that you are the only one who can do this. If you cannot do this yourself, the king must die," they said. The king groaned louder than before, and writhed as if unable to bear the pain. Prince Rajasimha returned to the guest house where he was staying and thought about what he could do. For 3 days he pondered, but nothing occurred to him. After thinking for a long time, no plan occurred to him. Fearing that his wife would worry if she knew this, he didn't tell her anything. He thought that we ourselves should do something to save the king. It seemed that something could be done only if he went outside, so he began to make arrangements for the journey. Seeing that, even though Ejularasi was angry that her husband was so good, she controlled herself and asked Rajasimha, "Where are you leaving for?" "The king has become very ill. He is lying without speech or breath." Rajasimha said that the palace doctor has said that he will recover only if he goes to a place unknown to anyone, and brings something unknown to anyone and gives treatment. Hearing this, Ejularasi said that it would be better for him to walk than to go on horseback. "Take this ball and drop it after walking 3 steps. Where the thread goes, you must go," she said, then gave a golden comb and said, "Take this and comb your hair with it every morning." "Okay," said Rajasimha, and bid farewell to his wife, and walked 3 steps and dropped the thread. The book began to roll very fast. The prince followed it. Thus, following it, he went through the sand way over high hills and deep waterfalls. He crossed lakes and rivers. He walked between dense bushes. He walked without spending much time on meals during the day or sleeping at night. He walked for many months and kept walking. The thread rolled into a large forest, and Rajasimha entered the forest and followed the thread. At the end, when it went to a small tent, it suddenly disappeared. "Now what to do?" asked Rajasimha. He decided that he should go into the tent. Then he slowly removed the curtain at the entrance of the tent and entered inside. Inside sat a woman with a small figure and immeasurable beauty. Seeing Rajasimha, she was completely astonished and asked, "Who are you? Where do you come from?" He said, "I am a prince. and I am going to a place unknown to anyone, searching for something unknown to anyone for my friend." That woman, without asking him anything further, brought food and told him to eat. Then she told him to rest. As soon as Rajasimha lay down, he began to sleep. When the day dawned, he got up, washed his face, and combed his hair with a golden comb. Seeing that, the woman asked, "Where did you get this golden comb?" He said, "My wife gave it to me." Hearing this, she was very happy. "Then you are my relative. Your wife is my younger sister. Why didn't you tell me this yesterday?" she asked. "Okay, you must have come after a difficult long journey. You must give some rest to your legs, so stay here for 3 more days and go," he said. Rajasimha also agreed with happiness. He stayed in her tent for 3 more days. After taking enough rest, that woman asked, "Tell me where you are going for your friend and why you are going." "My friend is suffering from a serious illness, so the doctor has said that he will recover only if he goes to a place unknown to anyone and brings something unknown to anyone, but I don't know what it is. Your sister, my wife, gave me a ball of thread and told me to send it along the path it rolls. The ball of thread brought me to you. I don't understand where to go now," he said. Hearing this, the woman went inside and brought a silk ball of thread and gave it to him. "Follow this ball, it will lead you to my sister. Furthermore, my sister might know where you should go to search for that which has no form, no shape, and no place," he said. Prince Rajasimha took leave of her and continued walking again, following the path of that book. Thus, he walked without rest for many nights and days. Leaving the big forest, he walked for several more weeks and reached another forest. Like the first forest, this one was also big and dark. Because the thread rolled between the trees and bushes, the Prince Rajasimha's hands and body were scratched by the tree branches. But he kept walking without stopping anywhere. At the end, arriving at the entrance of a small tent in the center of the forest, the thread disappeared magically. Then a very beautiful woman came out of the tent. She asked Rajasimhan, "Who are you, and where are you coming from?" To that, Rajasimhan replied, "I am a traveler from a long distance." He said that he had to go a long distance, but that woman didn't ask him anything more than that. She took him inside and offered him food and drink and told him to sleep. When the day dawned, the prince woke up, washed his face, and combed his hair with a golden comb. Seeing that, the woman asked where you got this gold comb from. He replied that his wife gave it to him. Immediately, the woman's face blossomed with great joy. "Then you are my relative, right? Why didn't you tell me this before, that your wife is my younger sister?" she asked. After he finished eating, she said, "Rest for another 3 days and then go, so stay with me for a few days." Rajasimha stayed there for 3 days. On the 4th day, she inquired where he was going and why he was going. He told her without hiding anything. Upon hearing that, her face became thoughtful. She slowly shook her head while pondering. Seeing that, Rajasimha realized that she was ready to help him. His face became a little happy. She said to Rajasimha, "I don't know what you are looking for. I will ask my assistants." She took her golden horn, came out of the tent, and blew it. From it, a sound that would enchant the listeners arose. That sound, the wild animals from the grasslands and the forest, the bird species flying in the sky, the worms living underground, and other creatures living on earth, came running, flying, crawling, and walking. They gathered in a circle around the woman, and the woman looked at them. She spoke, "Boughs, birds, you are going everywhere. You run a long distance, you fly a long distance, you see everything, you hear everything. Does any one of you know where to find something that has no shape, form, or place? Let those who know this come forward and say, 'I know,'" she said. "Let those who do not know say that they do not know and return to their places." The birds said, "We do not know," and flew away. The animals also said, "We do not know," and returned to the grasslands and the forest. The worms and insects that ran away announced that they didn't know us, and then flew, crawled, and disappeared. And then again, that beautiful maiden went near the riverbank and took her golden horn and blew it once and made a sound. And the sound that arose from it was different and sweeter than before. Immediately, aquatic creatures such as fish, turtles, frogs, snakes, and crabs gathered around her. That woman began to say to them, "Snakes, fish, you all go everywhere. You swim in distant waters. You hear everything, you see everything. Answer my question. Does anyone know where to go to search for something that has no form, shape, or location? Let any creature that knows this come forward and say that they know," she said. "Let those who do not know say that they do not know and return to their respective places." Saying, "We do not know, we do not know," the fish, turtles, snakes, frogs, and crabs returned to their lakes and rivers. Only one big crab did not go back. At first, it came and went near the water. Then it came back to the tent. Again it went to the lake. Seeing that, the beautiful woman thought, "Why is this crab wandering here and there without coming to any decision?" and asked it, "Aren't you the king of all the crabs?" The crab replied, "Yes." "Tell me what you know. What did you hear? What do you want to say? Whether it is true or false, say what is in your mind," she said. "I don't know if the information I know is true," said the crab hesitantly. "It doesn't matter. It's okay. Say what is in your mind," the woman insisted again to the crab. Then the crab began to say, "Okay,